So it's what we love, right? Bit of rain. I got the bike out thinking that the forecast was going to be nice, but there we go. So I've been enjoying the last of the UK heat wave, which has now turned into standard British weather, which will no doubt test my camera and yeah, is it actually waterproof, along with my riding gear, which I know some of it isn't. So here's my proposal. China has done a great deal to save motorcycling. Here's a few of my reasons. Okay, modern motorcycles over the past decades have been getting more and more complex with more and more features, higher costs, classic arms race situation, each manufacturer constantly trying to outdo each other. Now that's great, it's lovely to have the choice and all the options, but that always comes at a price. I think we've got to a point now where we can see it from the major manufacturers. Here in the UK, Yamaha no longer offering the R1. Yes, surprisingly, the GSX-R 1000 has come back, but Suzuki have just done some work to the engine essentially to ensure that for those who choose to race it, I reckon they can tweak a little bit more power out. But broadly speaking, high performance bikes, mega spec stuff, it's really up there. It's not many people can afford it. In come the Chinese, and the bikes that kind of capture my imagination. Interesting driver in front, probably on the phone. Classic sign, just drifting into the hard shoulder. From my point of view, is the Chinese could take a step back and go, right, what's our strength? What can we do differently? And it's like just a bit of back to basic stuff. Now, two bikes that really catch my eye are MOTO MT450, which I think is also known as the Ibex, and also Voge with their DS or DSX 900 adventure bike. Two really accessible bikes that look really good. Both of them to me look absolutely fantastic. I think the CF Moto looks good in both the blue and grey livery, and I think the Voge looks very good in black. I think they look stunning bikes and for really competitive prices. And it gives people choice, finally, some options, you know? And I think that movement has made some of the Japanese manufacturers think a little bit more. I think Honda are a great example, and Honda, massive respect, always known for very high quality equipment, very high quality gear, stuff that's going to cost you a bit of money. And now they've come out with a couple of bikes. You've got the Hornet 1000 and the Hornet 1000 SP, bikes that are sub £10,000 from Honda with 1000cc engines, very well equipped, very capable, because people can start to see that we're a bit past this arms race of everybody wanting the best, and it's still really important that these manufacturers do have like a halo product, something that really defines them. I love to look up to these great machines that are available, but not everybody can spend 15 to 20k or even justify it. And then there's all the equipment as well. A good crash helmet these days. If you go on AliExpress, you're going to find a lot of crap, but if you buy an LS2 lid, you've got a decent crash helmet to ECE 06, and you're going to have a good, safe lid to protect your head at a reasonable price. And that's fantastic as far as I'm concerned. It gives people options. And the same with just general equipment, you know. Cameras, what I'm recording on now, a waterproof camera for about £250. There's nowhere in the West where you're going to buy that stuff. Now, I know there could be potentially problems with people's views on different countries, and this isn't a political discussion, But you can make it that way if you want. I'm interested to hear your thoughts. But yeah, it's, you know, and even the way they've kind of contributed with the learner bikes. You know, 125s that came into this country very cheaply. Yeah, they weren't great quality. Any idiot can see that, but they were priced cheaply, and they gave a lot of young people their first taste of owning a motorcycle. And for some, it might have been cheap transport, and for others, it might have been that first feeling of, do you know what, I really like riding a bike. I want to keep progressing with my licenses, and I want to get on the road with them. So I think it's really, really good. So yeah, China, thank you. You know, you may not be perfect, but last time I checked, none of us were. And yeah, I would really love to. There are, I believe, a CF Moto dealer and a Voge dealer here where I live, pretty close by. And I would love to head down and just take a look at them. Who knows? If they see an old Doffer and his GS, maybe I might be able to blag a test ride as well. Thanks for tuning in. Probably bored you to tears. That's my job. And have a great evening.